Hello again and welcome to my YouTube channel. This time I won't yap like last video. So, without further ado, let's get started. No contact, call from ex-mom. My ex-mom used a new number to call me today. Thankfully I was busy being a good house husband at the time and missed the call. She left an unpleasant message on my phone. While the new number is blocked now and there is no risk of my spine turning to jelly, I am experiencing some difficult to process emotions. Any tips and tricks on how to deal with the emotional distress we suffer when they get around blocked numbers? Kind regards, Ben. I personally have a panic attack or some kind of meltdown, which is generally out of character for me. Drink some wine and order takeout. Perhaps others have a better idea. One thing we did for a while that did help was my husband would listen to any unknown message for me, and if it was from her he'd delete it and give me a brief overview if I asked, or it was just gone forever. Thank you. Having my wife listen to MSGs from unknown numbers is a really good idea. Definitely had a wee panic attack, ended up taking an extra anxiety med for that. Some mee goreng and a nightcap does sound good. Again, thank you. Awful experience trying to advocate for BF. BF, 25, asked me to come with him to appointment to advocate, as he has been emotionally abused by family and still doesn't know how to speak up. He was diagnosed with bipolar and felt that it didn't fit and none of the bipolar meds were treating his current symptoms, inattentive ADHD, since diagnosed officially. When she asked for my observations, I mentioned to the psychiatric nurse practitioner that he was living with abusive parents at time of diagnosis and it caused a brief psychotic episode for him that he went to the hospital for. That was a direct response to chronic stress and feeling helpless. The paperwork for the hospital lists brief psychotic episode. We have no idea where bipolar came from. I described his dad throttling him awake and being berated. She literally, quite literally said to my face, "Well, we have to be empathetic to the concerned parents." As someone who was brutally abused growing up, I was completely stunned. These same concerned parents the other day obtained, through coercion, his release signature to speak with the prescriber, and then proceeded to share the details of my boyfriend and my meeting with her with his brother, who was not on the release form. He tried to email her to revoke this consent given under pressure, but it was too late. He's been slapped with the bipolar label, symptoms of which he is not showing, and received an ADHD diagnosis from 2 neuropsychologists. The provider literally told the parents that she was told were abusive and obtained consent to release info through pressure, that she doesn't think it's accurate, because what he has is bipolar. She dropped him from further treatment, leaving his actual symptoms still running loose. No listening to boyfriend or I, not listening that none of her meds were working, and talking to parents she was told were abusive. I'm so angry. These same parents have been telling him they're his biggest advocates while berating his actual diagnosis. Demanding access to this former prescriber through pure force and sharing it with the whole fucking family. When he told his father how much that hurt him, he laughed at him. Report the NP to the state licensing organization. She is vastly overstepping her role in this. I'm so sorry that your BF is dealing with this. That she would not remain, at the very damn least, neutral when dealing with an abused adult, makes my retired RN's blood boil. My dad ignored our birthday, so we ignored his. My parents were getting older and expressed their desire for continuing to live in their home. My brothers and I decided to pool money together and make elder-friendly modifications to their home to make that possible. During the planning and saving up, my husband took measurements of the bathroom to be able to make a better calculation of costs. And that's when my parents lost it. They accused him of trying to steal their house from them and said he is only wanting the measurements for an advertisement to sell their home. Had this been the first time my parents came up with some BS, I would have been concerned. But it wasn't. So I simply said, "Stop being ridiculous." They got up in flames and started insulting my husband, calling him a thief, a liar, a burglar, somehow measuring the bathroom is the same as violent robbery, and so on. So I told them they can cut their crap or I am out and they are on their own. They told me that I am pathetic, useless, fat, stupid, a whore, yada yada yada. Also, not the first time. To be honest, I did not get angry because it's just how they are. But I stopped calling them or helping them. When the birthdays of me and my family rolled around, my parents didn't write a message and didn't gratulate. They told my brothers I am dead to them and that liar I married can drop dead, too. Then my middle child's school started school. My daughter wrote and sent them a card she made to invite them. They decided to not come and did not call her or send a card or anything like that. They ignored her and she was hurt by it. So when my father's birthday rolled around, we also did not call and did not send a gift. I asked my kids if they want to make a recording and sing happy birthday or something and they declined, telling me their grandparents never call or send anything and now they also do not want to call or send anything. Which is fine by me. But I do have some common courtesy, so I wrote my dad, "Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day and a delicious cake. Best regards." My dad replied, "Funny. It was a horrible day. None of you ungrateful kids came by to visit, nobody called me, nobody sent gifts. I am deeply ashamed of my so-called kids and wished I never had any at all. From now on I will stop celebrating as my life is worthless to you and you bring me nothing but pain and shame. I know this game." I am supposed to feel horrible and cheer him up and beg for forgiveness and so on. But somewhere along the way I lost my ability to care. I am simply unbothered by him. So I replied, "Hey Dad, you should try out lavender tea or take a walk. This might help with your mood swings." According to my brother, he is on full mode rage, which made me giggle. You are a good parent, allowing your children to voice their feelings and act on them. Unlike the people who raised you. Your parents won't change, because they never had the need to do so. Now they do, but it's too late for them. Shrug. Sucks to be them. Thanks again for listening to my video. Have a nice life.